What's up, everybody? This is Drizzy Puffs, and that's right, I'm playing VR games now. And this is Thrill of the Fight 2. It's a boxing simulator. I'm playing against a real person right now. And little do people know, I actually do know how to fight. I actually do know how to fight. I'm not a professional fighter by no means, but I do like to train boxing. I do have a background in MMA, and this VR game, Thrill of the Fight 2, gives me the opportunity to practice different techniques. You can see me practicing Mike Tyson style of boxing. You're going to see me do some shift pivoting. I'm still getting used to VR gaming, not used to something on my head, so I'm not able to move the way I want to. I'm approaching this game as if I'm actually sparring, as if I'm actually training. I understand that there's a gaminess to this game, like a meta. I'm still getting used to this game, but right now I'm just using it as a way to practice. I don't really care about winning or losing. And this game is also in early access too, so I don't really expect it to be like true to real life. There's only so much a game developer can do. I'm alright with it because this game is still in early access. Now, we're going to talk about my footwork right here, and I don't really like how I'm crossing my legs. My old master used to say, "You're not a runway model. Keep those legs shoulder width apart when you're moving." So those are some things I need to work on in practice. That's actually the reason why I decided to record myself, so that way I can see the things that I'm doing incorrectly. I'm kind of just breaking it down for everyone to see. Like, you can approach this game as if you are training, and this is really, really fun. Shout outs to Tony Jeffries for introducing me to this game. I saw a video of him playing this game, and I can see myself using this game as a means to get some training in. Getting into VR gaming right now is probably the best time because now everything is starting to get a lot more realistic, a lot more refined. All right, so that was the end of round one, and now we're back to round two. Now, this opponent in particular, he's actually really good. Almost like no matter what I did with my head movement, as much as I'm trying to keep it off center line, he can find my head just fine. And it's like, I guess, like this guy is clearly really good at the game and boxing as well. He's able to like find my head and get me really good a couple of times. So clearly my tactics aren't working. So if you guys have any suggestions of what I should do next, let me know. And again, like, I'm still trying to get used to VR gaming. Like, I have just now figured out how to place my headset on my head correctly. The entire time I was playing this game, I was adjusting it constantly, and for the most part, I was seeing a blurry silhouette of this 3D model right in front of me, and it was really hard for me to see. But now I figured out how to, adjust my headset. It just takes some getting used to, especially the way I move. As you can see right here, I'm doing a lot of slips, and a lot of rolls, and it will, like slip off. Like my headset will slip off my head. So I figured it out now how to wear the headset properly, so that way it's more comfortable. But the entire time I was at the gym, you're gonna see in the next couple of videos, it was just really blurry for me to see my opponent. So, you know, whether or not that really did affect me or not, it was still very difficult and uncomfortable. I had to kind of like end my sessions a couple of times because it was just hard for me to play this game. But yeah, shout outs to my gym for allowing me to play this game in the gym. It's very weird. I'm the only one that's doing this, so for me to kind of like be out there in public with a camera and recording myself just throwing air jabs it's kind of humiliating. I'm gonna be honest with you, but honestly, no one really gave me a hard time. But yeah, like it's nice when you can go to a gym that's nice and open and be able to move in and out as much as you want to without really like bothering a lot of people. But man, this guy is hitting me. Oh man, I recognize it. Like I acknowledge his accuracy. He's getting me a lot, and here I am just throwing wildly because like I still haven't figured out the gaminess to this game. I think I mentioned that earlier. There's a certain way to play it, but like I said, I treat this game as if like I'm really training. Obviously, if I should be throwing like really wide hooks, and that should honestly like produce a lot of the power. that's like how the game will calculate your power. It's just like how wide you throw your hooks, and you will hit like 50s the entire time. But I don't really like to play like that. Like I play the way that I play, and sometimes my jabs and my crosses don't even calculate as like a hard hit. It will be like a 10 or a 5, and that's kind of annoying. But whatever. Like I said, like this game is still in early access. Hopefully they address this problem. It's just like the damage is a little inconsistent in my honest opinion. But yeah, this guy gets me a lot, honestly. In fact, like I think he's been dominating me. Here I get him, and this is where I start getting aggressive. Unfortunately, I was so close to the mirror, I was afraid that I was gonna hit it, and so I just backed off. And I've hit things before in my house, so I don't really feel comfortable with that. That's why I like to play in mixed reality, is so that way I can kind of see everything. But yeah, this game is really fun. I really like playing this game. I like I said, I like to train martial arts. I have a background in MMA, and this is like a great game just to kind of get that sparring aspect. Like it's like shadow boxing and sparring combined. It's super fun. I love it, and great sportsmanship. Everyone in this game that I played against has been good sports, and this guy ends up winning. Of course, he completely dominated me. You're going to see it in the stats. But if you guys want to see more gameplay such as this, I mean, I do have more in the pocket that I'm going to upload. So be ready to follow me for that. And there's going to be other games too, like shooters, that I'm excited to play. But if you guys want to see more, please follow.